Hey guys, it's Daniel. The following is a clip from my interview with Rolling Stone's recording engineer Tapani Talo. If you want to see the full interview, it's linked below. Why did the band have a mobile studio? What was the purpose of that?
They had the problem they couldn't be in the UK, right? At one point.
Oh, the drugs? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think Ian Stewart figured it out. And the key thing was that the Olympic Studios, the guy who ran that one, built the desk that fit the mobile.
Okay.
So it was radical in more ways than one, and that allowed them to start through the whole Exile on the Main Street. My job in the mobile was to be the assistant engineer.
Okay.
But they liked me enough that I would end up being in the studio with them. Whenever they had a recording, I was there. After the experience they had on the Exile on the Main Street and in Jamaica, that they went to Germany, to Munich, and they had strict 2-week period. This way, they really had to buckle down and get it done. And so I was there, and then when we got it was tax reasons. They had to record it abroad, and so we either did it with a mobile or we did it in a real studio. And I was very much part of the recording process. I was miking things up and helping them a little bit here and there at the beginning, and then gradually a little bit more. But on the rock and roll, yeah, I was surprised that they gave me the credits. It was nice.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool.
But I gave my credits away after that, because once I joined architecture, I quit them after 2 years because I realized that I would never have a family if I was working with them. But Ian Stewart and the band loved me so much that they organized their recordings for my breaks from the university.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and every now and then I would have to jump out to do some special recordings. After we finished the 1975, some of the early Black and Blue stuff, they put their heads together just before they left, and turned around and said, "We decided we're going to give you a Christmas present because we have never had this kind of this productive session in our lives."
That's cool.
Yeah, because by the time, if they stopped the song and turned around, I had the tape in exactly on the right place to go again. There was never a 2-second delay or mismatch or anything. And so they could keep the groove on, and they had never experienced that before.
That's cool. Do you remember recording the song "Fool to Cry" during the sessions for Black and Blue?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Absolutely. It was a fantastic session. It was one of the fastest, and I remember I have pictures of him singing that.
Really?
Yeah, I took every now and then a couple of pictures. And, yeah, he was in the studio himself, and yeah.
It's amazing. What was it like making that song in particular? Do you remember the specifics of recording it?
It was probably the most heartfelt and snappiest. We started, and he once the basic track was done, he sat in the studio. It was less than an hour, and it was all done. He probably reminisced of a person
I hear you.
who was strong enough to bring out all this feelings out of him. So
interesting. I mean, so when you're saying that it was done in 1 hour, are you referring specifically to
the vocals? The vocals were done in 1 hour.
Okay.
But even the song was done in about. It was incredibly quick, unreal.
That's really cool.